Hey everyone, Ken Thomas here with more Bible truths for you. I'm continuing on with Saul, looking at him versus King Saul versus King David, and seeing how Saul, the Philistines had such power over him because he had too much of the Philistines in him, versus David, who was able to defeat them easily, who had very little, that he looked like the Philistines. He loved the Lord, and the Lord continually give him victories. And in 1 Samuel 13 it says, verse 3, and Jonathan smote the garrison of the Philistines that was in Geba, and the Philistines heard of it. And Saul blew the trumpet throughout all the land, saying, let the Hebrews hear. And all Israel heard say that Saul had smitten the garrison of the Philistines. So now we see how Jonathan, who was Saul's son, had such an honorable life, and loved the Lord and loved David. He comes to love David, and later on down the road, and seeing that he was a warrior, and now he smites the garrison of the Philistines, and Saul, his father, takes the credit for it. I mean, couldn't you? I just don't see how you can be so proud of your son who has become this man, and instead he blows the horn, like tooting his own horn, letting them know that it was him that did it. And the garrison of the Philistines is a military post, and it means to station or a pillar. What it's about. It represented a place where the opposition enforces control of a conquered area. It's been conquered, and there's nothing can go on for the Lord. Today, it happens so much in churches. The church leaders are about control, just to take over, to shut down the opportunity to take the gospel out and just have a place to meet and put programs in order. When all along there's people dying and going to hell, and if you get the right leadership, they're going to be about that business. And that's what David's life represented. David was a man of blood because he had blood on his hands. He wasn't able to build the temple that Solomon would, because he was a man of war. And he pictures our life now of going out and doing this work to take back the ground that Satan has taken. And David's one of the few that took it back, because when Abraham was given this land that belonged to them, they only claimed like 10%. And so as you study David's life, you'll see more and more of the area that Satan had taken control of, David takes back. And that's exactly what we can do today. We can take back the ground. One person that yields his life to the Lord, where the Lord can work through it, can take back so much ground that it looks impossible otherwise, but it can happen. And we see that in Saul, his name meant asked for or prayed for. And the Apostle Paul also was named Saul, and both their names mean that. And I truly believe there's something to it, because they were both from the tribe of Benjamin. And we see Saul, who had the opportunity to be more, just like the Apostle Paul. So all of us, it's asked for, or prayed for, that if we receive of what God intentionally wants us to have, we can be that mighty force for the Lord. And Saul, God wanted that for him, but he wasn't that person. And God wanted that for the Apostle Paul, who was Saul, and he became that person. And when Saul is the Hebrew name that they both had, and Paul is a Roman name, and the Roman name means little one. And I truly believe that's the difference. We come from trying to be great, trying to look like this mighty person that needs all this recognition, but God intended for Saul, just like he did the Apostle Paul, and he desires for you and me to be that little one that realizes it's only the power of God in our lives that makes us large, and it's him, and he should get glory and honor. And so we're going to continue to dig into this, but it's just another thought for you today. Pray this has been a blessing for you. See you next time.